can do their financial planning on their own. This financial planning helps you all to understand what is the gap in terms of any uncertainty event happens. So I'll just show you few points, what exactly financial planning. You all can gauge yourself, and we from our company also we can help in understanding each and every individual's needs as per their income. We can do a financial planning. There's nothing we are trying to give you or anything to buy, just a financial planning. So I'll take another maybe about 5-6 minutes. So I'll just show you a couple of things. Now usually what exactly happens in an individual's life is he'll be going through 3 phases in life. Okay. Now there are 3 phases in life. The first phase I could say when he's born, let's assume till 0 to 25 would be his learning phase, where he'll be on a sponsorship of his parents, where he learns and get ready to hit the world and start earning. From 25 to let's assume till 60 years, this could be his earning phase, where he earns and a lot of hurdles, that's the reason why the amount will go higher and it comes down. Now from 60 to let's assume till 85 could be his retirement phase, where he tend to relax back after whatever things he has done in his life. So this phase you require an income, a regular income, or let's assume about another 25 years. Now in this earning phase of an individual, usually an individual gets out of colleges and he goes for his careers or to his work. He tend to get married at the age of 30. I'm just giving some assumption what it happens. It could be thought out for nature. So 30 he may try to he may get married. Maybe at the age of 32 he may think of child one. Maybe at the age of 34 he may think of going for a housing loan. Maybe at the age of 36 he may plan for child 2. Maybe at the age of 40 he may think of education for child 1. Maybe at the age of 45 the higher education of child 2. Maybe at the age of 50 he may think of a dream holidays which he might have thought. Maybe at the age of 55 to 60 he may think of child marriage, and here he may think of his retirement. So these are a couple of hurdles what every individual comes across. He gets married and he starts earning his housing loans and so on and so forth. And there are so many commitments towards him. As he's growing older, the commitment actually becomes bigger and bigger. Now how do we take care of this? So how do we take care of this? How do we understand, just God forbid something happens to me. For example, if I'm an individual, I may be somewhere here. I have 2 kids and I have an X income which is coming down, and this X income I make a chart of my home. So what exactly I do? I put all my expenses in a list. For example, I start with grocery, then I may think of my rentals, then I may think of school fees, then I may think of some savings, then I may think of any other expenses, sending home to parents or some friends or something. So we actually prepare our financial chart every month. So based on that we take out money and we plan it. Now if you have not done this financial planning in a right way, the right way in a sense, we have to find out the gap. What is the gap? For example, in this case, if I am 36 and I have 2 kids and I have a housing loan which is running in, and I'm earning an X amount of income which is coming in, what in case God forbid something happens to me? Because after this, all these things will continue as it is. For example, my kids will go to schools and colleges. Only the quality of the colleges and schools could change. My kids will get married, only the quality of the marriages could change. My wife will get into the retirement phase, only the quality of her retirement could change. So all these events are going to happen. Only the quality changes because I am no more. So how do I fix up that? I have to fix today. In terms of if I live too long, how do things being placed? In a sense, how exactly I put in my saving into different instrument to create that. For example, higher education, okay, was 99.9%, I'm going to be that. And how do I create that money? What is the money I require? Where exactly I want to send my kids? What's the cost today? What is the inflation of education? So how much of money should I save? And at what percentage that money has to give me a return, so that the cost of the education would be same, because you're earning today based on the today's market value. Number one. Second thing is the same thing with the child marriage. In terms of child marriage, I have to create a corpus. How do I create this corpus? So which instrument do I put? What is the tenure left? For example, I am 36. My kid may be about 8 years. Maybe after 10 years, 18, she may go to a higher education. So in this next 10 years, which instrument could give me that X return? And how much of money should I pull out for this? All these things, financial planning is an eye-opener to every individual, because most of the time we just ignore it. I'm putting some money into a bank, or I save something, I buy something. This is how it actually happens. So with this financial planning, we'll come to know exactly what is the money I have to put aside for the child education, child higher education, child marriages, and then coming down in terms of uncertainty happens. In terms of uncertainty, in this case, about 36 years, I have another 36, another 14 years to become 60. So this 14 years is a very crucial age. So I have to take care of all these expenses plus the grocery expenses. If I'm no more, my family will definitely have a grocery which is going to come in. So I calculate everything, then I put a total here. Now this total could come up with some value. Now what is this value, we have to find out based on every individual's income versus his expenses. Now this value has to be first taken care in terms of insurance. Tomorrow kuch bhi ho jayega bhai, okay boss, my wife is going to get this money, I'm going to take care of this and this instrument. If everything goes on well, the another concept is savings. Now in savings, I have to beat the inflation. At what percentage is the question? Which instrument is the question? So we help you out. We help out our clients in terms of understanding both what is the gap of life insurance which every individual is having, which is the cover which already exists, and what exactly is left over. Second thing is in terms of what percentage of money which can grow your hard-earned money based on today's market value you all earn. If you're using after 10, 15 or 20 years, what exactly happens, which instrument. And coming down to the retirement phase, which is also very crucial. People just ignore it. People just think, boss, I have some property which I made. This is the general trend where we meet clients, I come to know. Boss, I'll get an income, this is what I have made for my retirement. No. So there are different instruments, because at this phase, physically we may not be that strong. We require a regular income like a tap water. We cannot completely depend our retirement income on some income which may come, which may not come. So we have different segregations in terms of planning a retirement. This is also a very important subject where every individual should know in terms of how he's going to place his investment, in terms of his cover as well as his retirement. So based on every individual may have a different percentages of return as well as what exactly he is to do in terms of his life cover. So if you all wish to, our relationship managers could come, customize, we understand what exactly you have done, what is the gap. Based on that, we can give you a complete financial planning report to you all to understand where exactly you all stand today. So with this, I'll finish. This was just few bullet points to understand how do we do our financial planning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.